Hi chums, this is a video about a doorbell, and it's a doorbell that came from my grandmother's house in County Armagh in Northern Ireland, and my grandfather installed it around about the 1930s, and I removed from the house about 60 years later after my grandmother died, and I've had it since then, and I put it up here in the garage or in the workshop as a little memento. So it still works, and the reason I'm doing this video is because last night I saw a restoration of a bell very like this, and I've never seen a bell like it before, and it was done by a gentleman called Sascha in Germany. I left a comment commending him on his beautiful restoration and mentioned that I had the same type of bell, and he asked me if I could let him see it. So this is a video for Sascha. So if you're not into old bells, this is not the video for you. So I'm going to go take the lid off this and show it. Everything here that you see is original, and what do you call it? I'm just going to show it as it is. I've done nothing to this bell. Now, I've got a problem here. I'm standing at a step ladder, and I've got either a geographical or an anatomical problem. I'm either located too far from the door, or my arm isn't long enough. So I think I'll have to walk over there to ring the bell, okay? So bear with me. Isn't that a lovely ringing thing? Now you can adjust the tone of the bell by moving this bell, by moving this here, but I have it at its best spot at the moment, because if you change this, you can see it's kind of loose, but if you change this, it tightens it up or loosens it, and then it becomes too clanky and clangy, or it becomes very dull. So I've got it at a nice spot now. So it just runs off a little 9-volt battery. I'm trying to be careful not to get myself in. I'm going to put another light on here. I've got a headlight on as well. Maybe throw a bit more light in this. Right. So this is the original box that was on it, and if we look at that, you can see it. That's still the same inside. It's all original, and nothing has been changed. All I did was I just gave it a bit of a clean and took a dust off, but I didn't touch it because I didn't want to destroy it. I don't know anything about restoring wood. And then this is the guts of it. This is your mechanism, the electronics of the whole thing, which is quite simple. And except that when you see Sascha doing this, I'll put a link to Sascha's video below. He rewinds all these coils, and that's skillful. So everything is basically the same as the other bell. Maybe the frame mechanism is slightly different, but I don't see a whole lot of difference in it. And it runs off the 9 volts. Now, my grandfather had this on one of the big, huge 9-volt batteries, the big heavy ones that were about 4 inches square and about 5 inches tall, but we've managed to get down to these little 9-volt batteries now. Incidentally, it's cold here today. It's 8 degrees centigrade. What's that? That's 47 degrees Fahrenheit for anybody who's watching from the Cayman Islands. Oh, and America. So it's cold. It's just not nice. So this is the thing. Now, I'm going to take this thing off the tripod and to try and let Sascha see it a bit closer. So I'm going to have to pull this back. I'm going to take it off first. You just bear with me for the hand movements here, where I get myself organised. Take it out of the wee socket and all. And I'll just try and get in here fairly close to let Sascha see it. So I'm going to pull this way back, right? So just let him see the mechanism and see what he's doing, what I'm dealing with here. So it's basically the same as what you were working on last night, Sascha. Well, not last night, for all the time you were working on it. And I think my bell's in maybe better condition than the one you got. But it's not in better condition now. Yours is a whole lot better now. But for 100 years old, it's not bad, like, is it? So it'll do me my day, and maybe my son will take it and put it in his workshop when I die. And I'm going to try and put that off as long as I can, obviously, but it'll happen someday. So hopefully maybe somebody else will take this, and even somebody from the family, because it has a lot of historical significance for us, because we all remember that bell as children and the very unique ring of it. So it means a lot. I did a little video for my family, and they all loved it, the sound of it. So there you go, Sasha. That's it. If there's anything else that you want to see that I haven't covered very well, just shout and I will certainly do that. Okay? All the best now. Bye bye, and thank you for watching. Oh, and I'll put a link to Sasha's notes or his channel down below. Bye bye.